Kashmir has always been famous for its breathtaking beauty. Lush valleys fed by winding rivers against the backdrop of the majestic Himalayan peaks. It has been a favorite spot for tourists, holiday travelers, climbers, and adventurers from all over the world. Terraced hillsides green with crops and slopes alive with color. Streets bustling with activity and markets crowded with shops, merchants, locals, and tourists. The beauty of the terrain is matched only by that of its people, with their distinct chiseled features, colorful flowing attire, and irresistible smiles. They live peaceful, idyllic lives, largely off the land.
I knew it was going to be bad because of the terrain and what I had learned from talking to people about how the roads were out and just getting a picture even before I arrived in Kashmir of what logistically we were up against, talking to military personnel and different people. But nothing prepared me for what I saw when I got there.
Homes were destroyed. People are all in shock is the best I could put it. They're sitting there. I think some were really looking for the meaning of it all. They were reflecting on what had happened, but a lot of them were just completely disillusioned. They had no idea what to do.
You see the tent villages all along the way, driving anywhere in the earthquake zone. Vast tent villages, people who are homeless.
So many children that were injured, horribly lacerated and broken, compound fractures, bones sticking out. Children waiting in line to be helped and treated by our doctors.
Houses that looked like they were one story that had previously been two because the bottom floor was completely smashed underneath it.
I mean, half the village has slid down the mountain, and you can really see the impact.
Just seeing families in a state that you know that they'll never in life fully recover from. Was a very hard thing to deal with.
The only thing I can explain it looked like what you would think an atomic bomb would look like. I have never seen concrete so destroyed in my entire life.
What I saw in Kashmir was just absolute, complete devastation and not really being an easy way to help people, not being an easy way to respond or even get there.
It was flat. The river had changed its course because so many buildings had dumped into the side and they had fallen in. The river actually had to go around them, and the concrete, the rebar is sticking up like a skeleton of a fish. You know, the concrete rips out and the rebar is sticking up.
Literally sheared off mountains, not just blocked, but sheared off mountains and have to be reblasted. And villages in high-end remote areas that were cut off by, and even getting to them by foot was difficult.
And to think that people are in there. That was the thing that kept you. Everyone's walking around scrounging things out of their house, but for me the thought was, what happens when you move the piece of concrete and your wife is there?
I literally was in tears many times the first 10 days. I just simply couldn't handle seeing children suffer the way they were suffering.
At 8:52 a.m. on October 8, 2005, the ground shook with such violence that nothing was left standing. The 7.6 earthquake struck without warning and in less than 60 seconds transformed paradise into what many describe as pure hell. The powerful jolts flattened almost all standing structures across 12,000 square miles. It left more than 80,000 people dead, tens of thousands injured, and 3.5 million homeless.
एकदम से वो झटके ज़लज़ले के आना शुरू हो गए, तो एकदम से मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही थी क्या हो रहा है।
पहले झटका ज़रा हल्का सा था, जैसे दूसरा झटका हुआ तो वो बहुत शदीद झटका था। तो बस जैसे ही थे तो वो पाँव में चप्पल वगैरह भी नहीं पहने, इसी तरह भागते हुए बाहर निकल गए।
एकदम से पूरा इलाका एक हिलने लगा है, पूरा वो हुआ ऊपर से नीचे, नीचे के ऊपर में। हमने सोचा क़यामत आ गई।
बच्चे वो तिलावत ही कर रहे थे, पढ़ रहे थे, तो इतने में ऐसा झटका सा महसूस हुआ। समझ नहीं आई ये क्या है। वो बच्चे भी इतने खौफज़दा हो गए थे, हम लोग खुद भी समझ नहीं पाए कि ये क्या है।
जैसे अखबार मैंने लिया तो इसमें ज़मीन हिल गई, तो हम ये रोड पे छलांग लगाई, दुकानदारों ने भी लगा दी। अखबार मेरे हाथ में था, मैंने देखा तो ऊपर वो तारें, जो बिजली की तारें थी वो भी ये हो गई। उधर गाड़ी खड़ी रोड उस साइड से, तो एकदम ऐसे डूले खाने लगी।
8:52 when the earthquake happened, so like my house start shaking.
इस कदर ज़लज़ला था शदीद कि ना हम खड़े हो सकते थे और ना बैठ सकते थे। अगर हम लोग खड़े होते थे, वो ज़मीन इस कदर हिल रही थी कि मतलब कि हम लोग, ऐसा था कि हमारे पैर ज़मीन पे नहीं लग रहे थे।
वो बिल्डिंग गिरने से एक ख़तरनाक किस्म का वो तूफान सा, एक धुआं सा पैदा हो गया, गर्दिश, कुछ नज़र नहीं आ रहा था। मैं झटकों के साथ कभी इधर कभी उधर टू एंड फ्रो मूव कर रहा था।
पहला मामूली झटका हुआ था, ऐसा आवाज़ आई ना, तो बाद में खूब झटका हुआ।
जब हम लोग ने देखा ऐसे पहाड़ों से धुआं निकल रहा है, जैसी नज़र उठा के देखा कुछ नहीं था। वो जो कच्चे मकान थे वो सब गिर चुके थे और इतना लोग खौफज़दा, वो छोटे छोटे बच्चे स्कूल आए हुए थे, उनके पेरेंट्स सारे भाग रहे थे कि हमारे बच्चे कहाँ हैं।